Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hi there Batty fans, it's time for a little bit of GCSE exam practice with the Batty Boffin and Bathilda the Batty cat. Now today Bathilda is on her way to her driving test. She can take this test several times, but each time she takes it, the chances of her passing will change. The first time she takes the test, she has a chance of passing which is 8 out of 10. And if she passes, that's fine, she'll stop and off she'll go driving down the road. If she fails her test, she can retake it, but the chances of her passing will halve. And again, if she fails the second time, she can retake a third time, but the chances of passing will halve. She's allowed to take it up to a maximum of 3 times. So for part A of this question, could you please draw me a probability tree diagram showing that situation? Off you go now. Right, here's one of those speeded up things with me drawing it. Okay, that's the structure of it. We don't need the normal tree diagram because if she passes, she doesn't carry on going, so we don't need the other bits of it going up here. The chances of her passing the first time are 8 out of 10. You can write that as 4 out of 5 if you want, or 0.8, whichever you like, which means that the chances of her failing must be 2 out of 10. If she fails the first time, then the chance of her passing the second time is halved. So that means that one is 4 out of 10. So this must be 6 out of 10. And similarly, if she fails the second time, the chance of her passing the third and final time is halved. So that's 2 out of 10. And 8 out of 10. Okay, so that's part A. Part B, what is the probability that Bathilda passes her driving test the second time? Off you go with that one. Right, the answer to part B is not 4 out of 10 or 2 out of 5 or 0.4, okay? That is the probability of her passing the second time provided she failed the first time. We want to know the overall probability of her taking that route, not just that bit of it. So we need a 2 out of 10 times a 4 out of 10. I'm going to do that as fractions, you could do it as decimals. A 2 out of 10 times a, oops, that's not a 2, that's a 4 out of 10 equals an 8 out of 100, which is 0.08. Okay, if you did that as decimals, then 2 out of 10, you've got a 0.2 times a 0.4, which is a 0.08. Please note, 0.2 times 0.4, 0.08. Don't forget extra 0 in there. Okay, so part B, 0.08. For part C, please, I'd like to know the probability that she passes. What are the chances of Bathilda getting her driving licence? Right, there are 2 ways of doing this. One of them is to say she could go this route, or this route, or this route. We'll do like that. So the probability of the first route is 8 out of 10, plus the probability of going the second route, which is 2 out of 10 times by 4 out of 10, plus the probability of going the third route, which is 2 out of 10 times 6 out of 10 times 8 out of 10. Okay, we're timesing here because we want a fail the first time and a pass the second time, and is times. Okay, fail the first and fail the second and pass the third, but we're adding between them because we can go this route or this route or this route. Okay, so I'm just going to add that lot up. I'm going to speed this bit up again because it's fairly boring. We're watching adding fractions. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you know about adding fractions, common denominator and all that lot. Oops, the naught on there. Common denominator, we get 904 over 1,000, or 0.904. That's one way of doing it, by saying it's this route or this route or this route. There is another way. Passing means anything except failing. To fail, you'd need to go fail and fail and fail. So I'm just going to wipe off this top bit and then show you a slightly shorter way of doing it. Okay, the probability of passing is 1 take away the probability of failing. Failing is that down there. So it's 1 take away 2 out of 10 times 6 out of 10 times 8 out of 10. 2 6 are 12, and 12 times 8 is 96, so that's 1 minus 0.096. Okay, that comes to 96 over 1,000, okay, which is 0.096. And when we do 1 take away 0.096, it comes to 0.904. Okay, so that's a slightly shorter way of doing it, and watch out for there's a lot of exam questions for probabilities like this. The last part is quite often a 1 take away something easy. So 1 take away that route, which is a bit quicker way of doing it. But the other one works fine as well, so both are totally fine. Okay, so that's a nice little bit of probability there. I will see you again in another video for a little bit of exam practice. Bye for now, Batty fans.